Yo guys, what's going on? BFViking here, and today we're going to talk about the game modes of Battlefield 5. What can we expect to see, and what is already being confirmed, as DICE has told us what game modes we'll be seeing from launch, and what game modes we'll not be seeing in Battlefield 5. But probably the most noticeable difference we noticed at this year's EA Play was that Conquest was not the game mode which DICE displayed the Battlefield 5 multiplayer gameplay on. So will this new game mode, Grand Operations, be taking over Conquest from now on? So nearly every other year when DICE reveals the multiplayer of the new title, it is always shown on the standard game mode, which is Conquest, which has always been the staple game mode of the Battlefield franchise. With each new game, DICE tweaks some small features with the game mode. For example, they removed the take-up lead in Battlefield 1, as well as some other small features. Well, from this year's EA Play, DICE solely concentrated on the new game mode, Grand Operations, and showcased all of its new features, the 4 stages, and also showed us some gameplay on how it will play out. So firstly, what is Grand Operations? You probably all remember the standard operations game mode that was introduced back in Battlefield 1. Well, this is very similar, but it puts more of an emphasis on surviving and working as a team. On the first day of the attack, the attacking team will power jump into the map at nighttime and is going to have to plant explosives on the given objective, and the defenders will have to prevent the attacking team from doing so. Once the attacking team has planted the explosives, they'll have to defend them, as they can be defused by the defending team. On day 2 of the operation, you will advance further into the town. This is on the map Norvik, which was displayed at EA Play. And your objective now is to capture flags, so it basically turns into the standard operations as we all know from Battlefield 1. The attacking team will have to capture all the flags and work as a team to complete their objective, using the provided tanks and planes available to both sides. Also, the squad commander can use a squad call-in, which will give your team a massive advantage on the field. Your squad leader can now call in a heavy tank or a V1 rocket, which can cause some massive damage if used correctly, and can create a massive turning point for your team. On day 3, we're still fighting the same battle as we were on day 2, but if there's no clear winner after day 3, it will go to the final day, day 4, and this is where DICE puts an emphasis on surviving. Each player on both teams will spawn in with only 1 life and very limited ammo and munitions, which will really force players to play in a much different fashion to how they usually would. So DICE is really trying to push the new Operations game mode, which I'm really happy to see, as it is a very neat change to the Battlefield franchise. But what about Conquest, the game mode that every Battlefield fan knows and loves? Well, DICE has confirmed that the Conquest mode will be returning to how it used to be in previous Battlefield titles, such as Battlefield 3. The take-up lead system will be returning, as well as each kill taking away from the enemy's ticket count. So for those of you who aren't really a huge fan of the Battlefield 1 Conquest game mode, this will certainly be a change that's going to make a lot of Battlefield fans happy. I mentioned earlier on in the video that some game modes won't be returning to Battlefield 5 at launch, and well, that sadly goes for the beloved Rush game mode, which you've all known throughout the Battlefield franchise. Now, I mainly think the main reason DICE decided to exclude the Rush game mode is because how it's lost its popularity since Battlefield 3. BF3 was the last game which Rush was played by a majority of the player base, with Battlefield 4 not being so catered so well towards the Rush mode, and with Battlefield 1, Rush was a total flop in the eyes of most of the community. Now, DICE really wants to fine-tune every game mode so it plays out well at launch, and we don't want another Suez situation. DICE have also confirmed that each map in the game is designed around a certain game mode, meaning that the gameplay will flow much smoother. For example, the Norvik map we got to see at EA Play was designed specifically for the Grand Operations game mode, and it played out very well. Overall, I think this was a great decision by DICE, as overall the past couple of Battlefield titles, map layout has been quite a big problem, and in Battlefield 5 it seems that DICE has really concentrating on creating better maps from day 1. So, that just about wraps this up, guys. What do you think? Do you like what might be the new standard game mode of Battlefield 5, or do you still wish Conquest to be the main mode of Battlefield 5? Make sure you let me know your opinions down in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, guys, make sure to leave a like, it is always appreciated. Make sure you go ahead and click that bell and subscribe icon to stay up to date with all of the Battlefield 5 news and updates. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, hope you're having an awesome day, and I will see you in the next Battlefield video.